Andy Barr and Iona St Joseph, and we're here from 10 Yetis and the social media agency. And we just thought we'd have a quick chat about online PR. We're an online PR agency, and the kind of things that we do, the kind of things that we think people should be looking out for. We've worked with loads of big brands doing online PR, so the likes of Confused.com, My Voucher Codes, Total Jobs, IKEA Family Mobile. Even done some sort of influencer and blogger engagement for the likes of National Trust. So this is just a really quick thing, just to give you some of our top tips.
I think nowadays online PR has essentially become traditional PR, so print media is kind of almost dead from a PR point of view. Clients especially just kind of care about the links, so obviously there's nothing there in the print media that can really drive traffic to the website. I don't know, Andy, from a PR
Well, yeah, just everything that Iona said, really. Everyone nowadays is kind of looking for brand signals to help with Google. Online PR is really the traditional kind of PR now. The only sort of last bastion of success for PR and old school PR is probably product pushes. So for brands and everything, it's all about online PR nowadays. Well, online PR is very much the norm nowadays, and I think it's important that every brand gets that and kind of sort of gets with the times, really. As we said, Google is looking for brand signals, to help with its algorithm and help understand where to place people. And I think obviously, the online PR strategies are, the quickest way to do that.
I think as well, in sort of terms of everybody wanting links, obviously it's kind of very much now online, and everyone relies a lot on Google, and that's kind of what it's all about, really. People trying to get better SEO and go higher up in the Google rankings.
Get links or die trying.
I think whilst print media is kind of dying away, the traditional selling isn't necessarily going with it. So I think the best way to get online coverage is to stick with, ringing journalists, checking that they've got your press releases, piggybacking on the back of anything kind of new that's coming in. Nothing there has really changed, apart from the fact you're gonna kind of have to beg them for a link. The traditional selling is where it's at.
I think as well. It's also about realising, the press releases in my head are starting to sort of wane now, and I'm absolutely sick of death by press releases. It's about sort of doing wider campaigns that will get people interested, get people involved. So social media campaigns, the kind of things that Iona does. The video stuff that goes on. So the people that are behind the camera today, they're doing really good campaigns that give PR something to hang their hat on and go out with. And that's effectively the best way to sort of get out there and make sure you get coverage. But it's always about the ring around. Well, I think there's a lot of nonsense spoken about media wires and the benefits of them. I think the top line for me is Darryl Wilcox's Response Source and SourceWire, absolutely top drawer. They're the only ones that we really recommend. Well, not the only ones. There's another one as well called RealWire. And again, those are the two brands that we look out for and that we look to place stories on. The things like PR Newswire and PR Web, they're just dying as a kind of format now. There's not really the SEO value in doing them. I think in the 7 years that we've been running, we've only seen one story come from a prweb.com wire. So I think those kind of, that kind of era of wires is sort of gone now.
I think people just are kind of used to putting them up there now, so that's why, the old school ones are still.
And I guess we've had things like PA, haven't we, where, obviously that's essentially a free wire. If your story's good enough, you'll get onto the Press Association. So that's, that is still the holy grail, the national and international free wires. But but I think the older ones are kind of dead now, aren't they?
I think social media now plays quite a large platform in terms of online PR. There's the kind of sharing element of things. So if you get good coverage, if you break a good story, if you make a video go viral, whatever, then there's kind of the opportunity for it to reach millions more people through the medium of social media. I think a lot of agencies now are kind of bringing a social media element in as well, so they're developing cross-platform campaigns, so campaigns that can work well with a press release but then with a social element and a video element as well. So it's kind of all about sharing really on social. I think it also helps to kind of define and find influencers, so whereas kind of traditionally it was just press releases going out to journalists, now You can kind of tweet, if you're doing a celebrity-led story, then you can tweet relevant celebrities and then they're going to push it out to all their followers. And then there's things like identifying influencers, so through clout, peer index and things like that, you can find out the people that you're looking to target with your stories.
I can't add to that. High five.
I think there are loads of free tools out there. There's everything from kind of analytics and monitoring, so Google Analytics, things like Hootsuite for monitoring and managing any social media accounts that you might be using, and then things like Topsy, Google News, Google Trends for identifying kind of what's out there and working out, you know, what you can piggyback on early enough so that you can still make the news agenda. And then, as I said before, things like peer index and clout for identifying influential people.
Yeah, I think, you know, same from my point really, that, you know, there's the obvious things like, you know, drilling down into details like hashtag journo request and stuff like that. You know, it's just a really simple and easy way to understand what's going on and try and, you know, get a voice out there. But you know, it's pretty much Iona's already covered off.
I'm Iona and he's Andy. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.